Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on Sc2 Plateau, RSVP, and ClashPresto, who we will just call Presto. Going to be battling it out here. This is GM versus GM action here, man. And actually, both of them, I don't believe either of them actually placed in GM this season, strangely enough, but they are definitely have the MMR for it. So, silly Blizzard doesn't know what they're doing, I guess, right? silly. But these guys are phenomenal players here. RSVP, one of my favorites of all time. He's going to be our red Protoss, kicking it down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Is already sending out a scout here. Looks like he is going to go for a Forge Fast Expand on this map. I think is a smart play. And headed out across the field. ClashPresto is our blue Zerg rather. Kicking it up here in the top right-hand corner. Cross positions. And he does have his Overlord scouting in the incorrect direction here, it looks like. But he will gather that information eventually. Just needs to know what's going on eventually. That's the big key for Zerg. You want to start figuring things out of your Protoss player around 3.5 minutes in. If you don't have a good scout on them then just beef yourself up for defense, I guess, for now. And then basically against Protoss, your big scouting times are 3.5 minutes or any time before that. And right around the 6 to 8 minute mark, I should say, because that's generally when a Protoss player is going to be taking their tech or choosing their tech pattern. And then after that, it's, scouting just about every 2 minutes. You want to see what's going on. So good stuff there. ClashPresto is tossing down a fast expand here. RCP catching wind of it here right away. Wonder if he is going to go for any cannoning. Notice that the vision here is not actually very good, and indeed he is going to take advantage. Pylon going down here immediately, and we do have a drone cruising over here. He's going to get the scout out on this pylon, but look at this. RSVP walling himself off in here, and he does have room, it appears, to toss down a cannon. Oh my goodness. Very, very aggressive play here. I love it, though. This cannoning can be extremely difficult to deal with. We probably are going to see Presto cancel this hatchery, is my guess, until such time as he can get this sucker taken out quickly with roaches. So back to one base. Probably going to see him take this base over here next, or either that or his front pocket expansion. But the spawning pool is a little bit, it's not behind, but it is popping out right now. Cancellation goes down for Presto, and great timing. Is going to be cruising out to this forward position, I assume, and tossing down another base. Back over here at RCP's base, we do have that natural going down here just now. He did stall it just a little bit so he could put down that aggression. Notice that Presto does indeed toss down his hatchery in this forward position, and RSVP, oh my goodness, is going to go for more cannoning here, it appears. More cannons indeed. But here comes your legs. Looks like it's probably not going to last this time. Cancel. Oh, nope, no cancel. So that pylon is going to go down here in just a few moments. But he did get this photon cannon up and running. Look at this. Presto was able to take out that pylon, but not able to take out the cannon there. That is the bad part for him. But RCP keeping his opponent from being able to take that second base is very, very good stuff for him. He is about to have his Nexus completed. Is absolutely beating Presto to the punch there. Not by much. I mean, ClashPresto is not too far behind here when it comes down to it. But, I mean, that's really good stuff. A Zerg player really needs to have that second base up and running just a little bit sooner than a Protoss player does. So, great play here so far from RCP. Presto, in the meantime, is working on his metabolic speed boost. He's got double gas here, but only mining the one for now. Kind of an interesting thing. ClashPresto is taking a forward position with his Lings. We're just now getting that Cyber Core down for RSVP, and I assume as soon as he's completed this Cyber Core, we should see some tech, because his tech pattern is definitely delayed because of that cannoning here. So we're going to see him take that sucker out here pretty quick. Get this guy cruising out across the field. Wants to save that guy if at all possible. Oh, nope, he's backing back up here. Interesting play so far from RCP, but he's staying very aggressive with his probes and pylons and the like. He is going to get another scout, and he does see the Roach Warren going down. That's going to be great intel for him. Back here at his base, he is going to be chrono boosting out his warp gate technology. No tech on the way quite yet. He does have... Oh, no, he does have tech on the way. Just as we said that. Stargates it is from RSVP. Press 1 if you love Stargates. But looks like he's going to keep just the one up here in his main for now. And he does have that +1 attack on the way currently as well. And going to be working on his gateway here. I would assume some zealots will be on the way. None quite yet, however. Tossing down another photon cannon. Static defense there, not a bad little play. Here comes your Lings. Looks like they will be able to run into this base. Going to pick off maybe a couple probes here. Looks like RSVP going to have to evac these guys there fairly quickly. But up to the main they go. 3 of them still alive, and they do scout the Stargate. Wonderful play here from Presto. These guys can now be very, very pesky. So notice that we are going to be chrono boosting out a Void Ray. Nice little defense there from RSVP, staving those guys off with his probes. More gateways going down. Looks like that poor little Zergling is surrounded, and he is going to die. Sad, sad life. What can I tell you? More Lings now cruising into this base. And nice force field there from RSVP. Going to stave these guys off here for just a moment. But he's still got this wide open door. Looks like he's going to be blocking it off here in just a few moments with his attacking units. But here comes your Void Ray. Void Ray's going to be whapping away at these Zerglings for just a few moments. But RSVP has given up that tech scout. So, I mean, this is good position for Presto. He should be relatively prepared for when those Void Rays do make their way out across the field. He's got double queens here at his natural, well, pocket natural. And no AA other than them for now, however. So I'm kind of interested to see where that's going to be going. But he does have a Nidus network. Going to be loading that up with Roaches here fairly shortly. Those Roaches did indeed clear out that cannon. And you can see he's got this Overseer cruising around the base looking for weak spots. Looks like this might be his best spot there. I'm thinking, I don't know. Actually, this would be the best spot, really, if you can sneak that guy in there somehow. But notice that RCP's got great scouting all across his base. Really makes it easy. Overseer here. I think we're probably going to see this go down here in just a moment. Looks like this Void Ray did cruise out across the field. They did pick up 1 kill there on that Overseer. And that puts Presto behind just a little bit. He's currently supply blocked, as well as doesn't have anybody in place for his Nidus play. Cool, cool. So Hydralisk Den is on the way here or it's completed for Presto. And he is going to be cruising out across the field with a whole bunch of Roaches and Hydras. And there's his Nidus Worm. He's just going to be tossing it down in the center of the map. A pipeline out here to the center is not a bad little play. It looks like RSVP going to be cruising forward with his Void Ray still. And Presto, and he's ready to engage here, it appears. Nidus Worm is complete. We're going to have some guys popping out of this guy here momentarily. Uh-oh. Void Ray's out of position. They are going to go down. Nice little snipe there from Presto. And now is going to be cruising up to the high ground here. It looks like he is going to try and mount an attack at RSVP's main. RSVP was trying to secure a third, but that has had to be canceled at this point. Notice that RSVP's putting down more photon cannons. Going to be force fielding his ramp here very, very well, trying to keep Presto out of his base. Presto probably going to start securing more bases, I think, at this point. Notice that we do have RSVP cruising around with a probe on the outside here. Pretty nice little play. There's a good possibility that when Presto takes this base, that RSVP is going to cannon him from here. Oh my goodness, look at this. RSVP going to take a hidden base on Presto's side of the map. Wow. That's kind of interesting. Well, Presto's still with this forward position. He does have a pretty substantial army here. Let's just check in on that units tab. RSVP, though, is way the heck ahead in the economy. He's hitting that kind of sweet spot here. 47 drones right now for Presto. Presto either has to make some serious damage happen here in the next couple minutes or transition into a couple more bases and a little bit stronger economy. So it's going to be one or the other for Presto. He doesn't want to throw this away by waiting too long with just 2 base play. I mean, that can be really, really throw a wrench in the works for him. There goes Presto. He's going to toss down that hatchery. Looks like a round of drones is on the way. A couple drones being morphed in right now. RSVP in the meantime does grab a Phoenix. He's got one Phoenix out on the field. Going to be working on +1 right now. He's got some Colossus out on the field. His second one there now, and still working on a third. ClashPresto, though, with phenomenal creep spread at this point. He is going to be spreading creep all over this map. Look at that, man. It's going to be spread creep up here. Looks like RSVP not going to be able to take this base. However, he does have this hidden base. We'll see if this is going to last or not. Tossing down a photon cannon here, kind of a token little deal. But working on a bunch of gas, apparently. That's what he wants to do. He's got these guys queued up to go right into mining gas. And he's just trying to keep good scouting on his entire base at this point. And the supply counts are fairly even, though. That's the nice thing. And RSVP probably slightly behind in the army count. But he is ahead in the probe count, so he's going to have a pretty strong economy at this point. And here comes the rest of your forces. Presto ready for the attack. See how this is going to go. Looks like they're going to start whapping away at stuff on the high ground there. Oh my goodness, scouted here. Presto does scout this. He was going for a little bit of a roach drop here potentially. He is going to go ahead and take out RSVP's base, it appears. Here comes your roaches. RSVP does just mine gas here at this position, so trying to use his gas-heavy units to make this happen, but two-base play could get himself stuck here. Does have his units down out on the low ground. Has got to be really careful. Presto does have a very substantial army here. +1 complete on these roaches and hydras. Going to be fairly effective so far. RSVP, though, does have +1/+1, so he's got a pretty nice upgrade advantage at this point. A couple Void Rays mixed in the army here, it appears. Well, just the one for now. But here comes a small attack. Presto going to lose a couple units there. Good free snipes for RSVP. Currently working on +2 weapons as well as Blink. I think a nice little play there. Couple roaches going down here and there. And force fielding going down. Looks like RSVP committing to this, and Presto now getting half of his units stuck in these force field positions. A lot of these units going down there very, very quickly. Looks like these Colossus doing that great DPS, picking up some serious kills, and Presto having to back out for the first time in a little while. RSVP is ahead in the supply count there. That engagement went extremely well for him, all because of his force fielding there. Now his Blink is about to be complete, that +2 attack as well, and looks like he is going to be losing this Nexus, however. But he's sacking it, I think, on purpose. There's not any real reason for him to defend it. He didn't really invest too much into it. He did get some gas out of it, maybe not tons, but every little bit counts at this point, where gas-heavy units are the order of the day. So cruising forward, though, it looks like he is going to mount an attack on the third of Presto. Presto trying to get himself in position with a bunch of roaches. Does have some hydras in the mix there, but this unit composition is difficult for Presto to deal with. Here comes your attack. Good bunch of Colossus. Nice little spread here on those units. Great force fielding there. Going to keep a lot of these guys at bay for just a moment. I love how he's abusing that little spot there. Trying to get a flank here. Looks like these guys trying to cruise around the backside, but another great set of force fields going down, and Blink micro there. Beautiful stuff. Probably going to see him utilize this high ground here with his Colossus as well. Dip up and down there is always a great play, and looks like Presto losing this entire army. He did pull out a bunch of Corruptors, but man, it's just not enough. He's still got 4 Colossus out on the field, focusing down this one that's almost dead there, and now trying to take down a third. But RSVP with so many units and currently streaming reinforcements out across this field here. Here comes more Stalkers. Looks like RSVP should be in pretty nice shape. My goodness, this is phenomenal play from RSVP, and Presto having some trouble dealing with it. Does it boil back down to the, RSVP putting down those cannons, denying that second base there very, very early? I don't know for sure, but it could very well be that. But I'll tell you what, one thing for sure, RSVP is controlling this game at this point. He has been securing his third base here. Finally, his main is completely mined out at this point. You're going to see him probably do some long-distance mining here for just a few moments, and even potentially toss down a fourth is going to be a good idea. Notice that Presto trying to resecure a third. Got this one going down here just now. And here comes your Roaches, going to try and come up and deny the third. Smart play here from Presto, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do it. And there's your GG from Presto. Beautiful play. RSVP will be moving on to the tournament. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate ClashPresto playing, and we are sad to see him go. What a nice player. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you guys in our next game.